Move on, please. And by the way, happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah.
Thank you, thank you. What was the most meaningful experience that influenced me as a leader and why? You know, you read a lot of books, you hear a lot of people say, take care of your troops, do this, do that, mission first, and all that stuff is true. Honestly, this is a true story. Back in 1975, I was a young Lance Corporal stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. And it gets cold in North Carolina at night, and in the morning it might be 40, 45 degrees. And there were a few of us sitting on the back steps of our barracks room, at about probably 8:30 in the morning on a Saturday. We'd just gotten off work, came back to the barracks and trying to unwind before we hit the rack to go to sleep. And we're sitting out there just joking around, and we all have our field jackets on because it's cold, and there was one Marine there who was about 6'6", and just a big dude. And he didn't have a field jacket. And the reason he didn't have a field jacket is because they didn't have one big enough for him in supply. While we're standing there, he's kind of there, kind of cold, and the battalion sergeant major walks up. And the battalion sergeant major, we used to call him Chesty because he was just such a big dude. He had one of those big barrel chests, and he wasn't quite 6'6", but he was probably 6'2", 6'3", just a huge individual. He walks up, he says, "How you Marines doing?" "Oh, good, Sergeant Major." He says, "All right, sit down, relax, you're off duty." We're sitting there a little bit, and he looks at this Marine with no field jacket on. He says, "Hey, Marine, where's your field jacket? It's cold out here." This big 6'6" Marine looks at him and says, "Well, Sergeant Major, I went down to supply to get one, and I need an XXXL, and they didn't have one for me." Sergeant Major kind of scratches his jaw and says, "XXXL, huh?" So unzips his jacket, takes it off, looks at the tag, XXXL, takes his Sergeant Major stripes off, gives it to that Marine and says, "Go down and sign for that. I know they'll find me one." And he walks away. And I'm thinking, that's cool. And that is the first true leader that I think I've seen in my adult life that really kind of knocked my socks off. It wasn't a big deal, just giving a guy a field jacket, but to know that that's crazy that they can find me one, and I sit in an office and you're out doing work, they can't find you one. I got to fix that, and he took care of it. And to me, that just epitomized what being a leader is all about. And I've always remembered that story, and I've told it several hundred times under various circumstances.
Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate your time and this interview on becoming a leader. Understand your perspective on everything, and that is why I chose you to interview. So again, thank you, sir, and have a good evening.
You're welcome. Thank you.